Okay, I want to make this video today about the radio or keyboard rambos. The people that use little blog posts to put on there to start a fight. We have one guy in my hometown that does it, anything anti-conservative, pro-Obama, and he does it to piss people off. He said that. Today, I did some research. I did a simple phone call because I wanted to know the truth. And there was a time in America where everybody did that. They read a book. They went to the local library. They made some phone calls. They went and talked to people. They researched what they did because they had these debates in person where they had to stand up and be a person. Everybody could see them. Everybody knew who they were, could see them. We don't do that no more. Facebook and the internet's made it to where you can hide behind a keyboard and say whatever you want. And you can make fun of people, you can rile people up, and you don't have to deal with it at all. Now, in my particular instance, today, I called an imam at a mosque a few hundred miles away and asked him a few questions, real simple questions, and he gave me honest answers. They scared me. I asked about Jesus saying turn the other cheek, and he says, anyone who physically or verbally attacks the prophet or the prophet's followers can be punished up to and including death. I says, oh, what about give unto Caesar what is Caesar's and unto God what is God's? He says Allah owns it all. It all belongs to Allah. There is only one rule, and that's Allah's rule. We do not have to follow any other rules. I says, oh. And then he asked me a question if I like being controlled by women and unholy men. I said thank you and hung up. That's what I did. I did some research on my own to find an answer. I post that and people make fun. Oh yeah, right, like you called. Yeah, that's make-believe and everything else. Well, you see, that's because none of you guys do anything. You live in your own little fantasy world and you want to stay there because you think it's safe. Now, it's like the NRA thing that was posted earlier this week. They posted this thing all over Facebook, NRA not allowing guns at the convention. Lifetime members called, we were told different. On their site, they posted guns everywhere but the showroom floor, where they're going to display weapons and stuff. All those will be firing pins taken out. All the meetings, all the halls, all the events, other than the show of the new products, you can carry your gun. That means you can go to all the meetings with your gun on. Liberals don't like that, so they take a blip out of the news saying NRA bans guns and expect everybody to jump on it, which quite a few people did. We prove them wrong, and they just want to keep arguing about it. Now, I get so frustrated in the fact that people will post without any research. And I know researching nowadays is hard because media people on both sides have found out how to make the top 300 searches on the internet come out to be articles they've written. But if you really, really want to get into something and have a fact that you can back up instead of just bullshit to put out there, do the research. Call a company. Call an organization. Take a ride over and talk to them. It's just absolutely beyond belief that people that don't do nothing, that make comments about what they see on the TV or emails they get from organizations, they make comments about them without researching them. And then when somebody does do research, make a phone call, get in his car, drive over and talk to something, they make fun of him. Oh yeah, right, it didn't happen. I have nothing to hide. That's why I do these videos. You're seeing me. And this is me. This is the way I dress every day. Go out the house, everything else. I'm not hiding from nobody, especially Islam. But you got to get over this obsession that everything you see on TV, news, is the whole truth. Because it's not. It's an edited truth for them to get ratings, to get people to watch. That's all it is. Now, internet posts. Since all these organizations have started these, what they call a blog spam post. They go on blogs, they look at what people do, and they send multiple emails out to everybody on that because Facebook gives them your email address. That's fact. Facebook even has told people they do that. So, yeah, if you're a conservative, you're going to get conservative emails. If you're a liberal, you're going to get liberal emails. But nobody can back them up. And InfoWars is ridiculous. Wikipedia is just downright stupid because anybody can edit anything anybody else did. Just stop with the I'm right because this is what I heard. You're only right when you can get the facts behind it. I go to Library of Congress, the Congressional Journal, because both of them are direct, absolute quotes of what happens in Congress, the Senate, the President's office, everything else, other than so-called security things. It's getting to the point where you can't have a decent conversation on Facebook, Twitter, any of the rest of them because of the media hypes. We had a good talk going about, elections and stuff, and people jump in with media posts. We had a good talk going about court events, and people jump in with media posts. I posted about a Canadian court telling a woman an Islamic woman, she couldn't wear her head cover in court. Everybody jumped on me. Religious freedom, religious freedom. Religious freedom means we all can do our religious stuff in court or nobody can. You can't pick and choose what's good. Again, because I've said many times, Islam is not a religion. Islam is a way of life. As that imam told me, it all belongs to Allah. Allah's laws are what we live by. They don't want to participate in society. They don't want to do anything else. If they tell you what to wear, what to eat, when to sleep, when to eat, pray, they lay it out for you. That is a way of life. It is not a religion. And you can argue all you want. You can't tell if you, like me, what if there is a church in Texas, a Christian church, the Cowboy Christian Church. It's been around for over 60 years. It's on the west side of Dallas. And it is a church for people like myself. You wear your hats, everything else in it. So, under the ruling that you people are saying where it's their religion to wear hair scarves so they should be allowed in court, I have a church that I can join that says my cowboy hat is part of my religion. Do you think a judge is going to let me wear it in court? Get real. It's either we allow it all or we ban it all. There's no middle ground. I said on here every day, yes, I have time now. My house is paid for. My cars are paid for. We get tight for money every once in a while, but we survive. So I can be on a lot. And I get amazed at the comments people make. Because they don't want the world to be any different than what it is. They have retirement from a government job. Or they have a husband that works in a field that gets government paycheck. Or they work in a field that gets a government paycheck if they're a woman. Or they get in their retirement or stuff. So they're content the way they are. Oh, we don't need to change it. Obama's doing this, Obama's doing that. What you don't understand is every president, his last few months, do things to make his people happy. So they'll vote for the next one in the group. And he'll say, I can't be reelected, so I don't care if the public gets mad at me. But this will help the next one in my party get reelected. Now, everybody wonders if Obama's going to do that or if he's going to do something to try to stay. That's another whole story. But, it's just bona fide ridiculous that you people don't want to accept the fact that some people don't just sit on the computer and take all the emails, all the news flashes they see as fact and post them. I make calls. Hell, I've written letters to the government requesting documents to back up what I said. I'm one of them people. You know, it's ridiculous that anybody does. I do internet searches. When certain people are posting, they post some stupid blog post, I will do an internet search. I will find another post from a blog just the same as theirs that counteracts what they're saying. And I always say that. This is from a blog, or this is an old post, or something, but this is just to show. I don't take for granted that it's absolute fact. I'm just doing it to show them. We had one guy post something about the economy good on Obama, and the graph on his own post showed he was wrong. And he ignores it. When you bring it up, they ignore it. You know, it's beyond me how we're going to get anywhere in the world. We don't want, I don't want to change this, so you accept me. Well, I don't want to change this, so you got to accept this, when the two aren't compatible. I'm more than willing to listen to all the liberals about it. That's why I talk to Muslim people. Hell, I spent time in the Middle East. You know, that's why I talk to Muslims. And to this day, I've yet to find one that isn't a zealot, as you call them, people. They believe in that book. That book says this, this, and this. They don't do that part because they've got other people to do it for them. I mean, it's been proven. Look at Detroit. Just look at Detroit. That'll tell you how it is. They get the crazies to do it all for them because they know that crazy will go do it. So we'll just build him up, give him the money, give him the resources to go do it for us. That way we can get rid of the crazies. If the Christians or the United States government's going to do something, we'll do it to the crazies, and we can bring in some more crazies because they've got a plan eventually winning. So, you know, if you're going to post, yes, we can have fun. We can post stupid little article posts as long as we know it's just that. It's a stupid little article post. There's no fact to it. It's just to start a conversation of what would this do and what would that do. That's fine. But to make a post stating this is the way it is and not accept the fact when you're proven wrong is ridiculous. You know, I have somebody throw something at me about Wiccan. Very nice lady. What if I was Wiccan? I understand that. It's a study of nature. Now, there are a bunch of crazy Christians or uninformed Christians that go to churches that don't inform them correctly of the way things are. Only thing evil in the world is the evil of men. There is no evil magic, evil spells, anything else. Only thing evil in the world are actions of men. Men use guns. Men use cars. And by men, I mean mankind. Men and women both. Use many, many things to do evil. So, you know, don't blame God. The whole point about all of this is God gave us free will. Why do you think Lucifer and 1/3 of heaven left? They wanted the free will that God wouldn't give them, so they left to get it. They left the presence of God to have free will. Now, free will means a lot of things. It's not God that caused that drunk guy to run into the car and kill someone's kid. It was that guy's free will to drink. And everybody says, well, why didn't God stop it? God has to let everyone have free will or no one. It's just that simple. It's hard to understand for some people. It's hard to believe for some people. God sits back and probably cries when a little kid gets hit by a drunk driver or something. But he has to let the free will go or take it totally away. And if we don't have free will, then we cannot choose to love and follow him. He doesn't want obedient little servants. He wants us to make the decision to love and follow him so that we can have everlasting life. You know, it's to the point where if you don't believe the way you believe, you're wrong. I am a Christian. Do I think gays, atheists, agnostics are wrong? Yes, I do. Am I constantly telling them they're going to go to hell? No, I don't. Unless they ask me. If they ask me point blank what I think, I'm going to say, you are committing a sin that is going to send you to hell. But I'm not going to go around and tell them that every time somebody comes to me and says I'm gay, I'm going to say, oh, well, that's fine. You have a choice to be what you want to be. Now, I don't force people to be my religion. I love talking. When I was a kid, I went to every single religion in Weirton. Greek Orthodox, Nazarene. I went to the Buddhist temple in Pittsburgh. I went to the Hindu temple in McKeesport, where it used to be. I don't know if it's still there or not. I went to all the religions. I went to the Jewish synagogue. I even went to a mosque. I had to go all the way to, Erie back then to find one, but I went to a mosque. I wanted to see them all because I had a grandmother that knew finding God was my own personal journey. It was not the journey laid out for me by other men. Now, you can say you don't believe. That is fine. I feel sorry for you. I really, truly hope someday you change. But if you don't, that is your acceptance. That is your free will. You're going to deal with it, not me. On the same instance, I got to deal with what I do. It's not your problem to tell me I'm wrong. It's not your problem to tell me I'm a crazy Christian. It's not your problem to tell me any of that. Your problem is to either ignore me or accept me as I am, which is what I do. I can have heated argument with somebody on Facebook or Twitter or any of the rest of them about anything, and then 5 minutes later be talking to them about what they do for a living and, do their kids know my kids? It's not a big deal. I don't take it personally like many of you do. Now, one attack that was done at me about military stuff that I was involved in, I took personally. I was there. And his comments really set me off because he didn't understand. I was there. I participated in it. I lost people I cared about. Now, I like to keep my videos around 10 to 15 minutes. The last one and this one are going over a little bit because I just want you people to take a look step back and look. Instead of constantly watching the news, watching your channels you've joined on Facebook, because everybody either joins a conservative, joins a liberal, joins an agnostic, joins a Christian group on Facebook, and they watch all them. Try joining the ones you don't like and listen to what they say. Because there's two things that can happen. You might see a different point of view and change your mind, or you might get ammunition to fight them by listening to what they say. As I said the other day on the internet, take Friday and I listen to an hour of liberal talk shows, and I listen to an hour of conservative talk shows. And the conservatives make more sense. They're much calmer. There's no cussing, which you can't say about the liberal ones. And conservatives have very little name calling. And the few times they do call names, it's usually at a conservative that's screwed up. I do these videos because typing, you can't get the context behind it. At least in the video, you can see my face. You can see the meaning behind what I say. I'm not just typing to start trouble. I'm not just typing to be a know-it-all, show-off asshole. I am typing from my heart for what I believe in. That's why I make typing errors. I believe passionately in what I'm doing. So I'll let it go at that. It's just, I don't want you people to think I'm overloading stuff or anything else. I'm just really passionate, and I want America to be great again. I want my kids to be able to go outside and play without having to worry about being attacked. I want women to be able to walk to church, walk to the store in the summertime without having to worry about being attacked. And until we get control of our moral value, that's not going to happen. Thank you.